Alright, finally we're going to continue that Jetstream Sam Murasama now. Hoping that this is the final part, and this is the last video for his blade. We'll be continuing the scabbard, or his gun slash scabbard thing. Alright, so let's get into it. And I do apologize that I don't have proper lighting. My lighting is busted, and I'm kind of rushing this since I'll be needing this in future cosplay that's really nearby, like next month nearby. So yeah, materials needed would be foam, the same as last time, foam, cardboard or illustration board, paper, paint, pencils, glue stick, super glue, which adhesive you prefer. I prefer to just use glue stick and super glue. And well, for now that's pretty much it. That's what the basic parts are. And I've done the template in my time right here. It's already done. It's on the paper. It's also in the link down in the description if you need, but it's specifically fit for this scabbard, so you might need to adjust some parts. What I did was just this part right here is the scabbard itself. Traced it like so and added the details after. If you have a different scabbard, just reduce this part right here, this line right here, or adjust it like so, and you'll be good, I think. So yeah, this is the main part of his gun. I'll be putting the other details later on. They don't really need a template like this. They're just simple shapes, so it's a bit easier. Alright, so let's get started. Alright, so I've cut out this piece from the template, which is the general shape of the gun part, and I've traced it onto this light. Traced it onto illustration boards, as well as this part, which is a strip. I've done this by just tracing this part of the scabbard on the illustration board and, well, cutting it into a strip. So what exactly is this? Well, if we put the parts here, if we put the parts here onto the scabbard now, right here, the other part right here as well, that piece would serve to be something off to seal the gap, I think. Well, something like that. I just need to bend the parts over and that'll be it. Alright, I'll glue those things together for now, and I'll be back. Alright, this piece has been glued. As you can see on the screen right now, I made this piece in a particular way. I've glued it all up, just this piece for now, and let's see if it fits. Oh yeah, I'm sorry for my setup today. I'm kind of rushing things and I can't really prepare the proper setup for now. Hopefully I can make the quality better soon, but for now, please bear with me. Oh, there we go. Yeah, it's taking shape. That's awesome. Okay, so now I'll be putting more filler right here, and over here as well. And then the details, as shown here, will be made from foam sheets. And cover this part up right here, and maybe the trigger part. Oh yeah, the trigger right here too. Okay, so I'll make those up for now. and I'll be back once those things are finished. Alright. Alright, so I've attached everything here. I'll provide the templates for this thing as well as the trigger. So first I've added the top part right here, a slight curve here for like stylish points, I guess, but that's, you can just make it flat. I traced paper using just placing this here and just tracing them onto the paper, and here as well. Covered the areas that were not covered earlier. I'll clean the edges up later, I think, when well, maybe. I don't think those are noticeable as much. The trigger parts, the trigger guard here is done by, as you can see, bent right here and then folded across. And then there's pieces inside that make it solid. I'll be doing the same here as well. This is just a trigger thing, well, the trigger itself in a weird shape. There's two pieces of here to make like this shape right here. Put it right there and just fold it up like that, and well, that's pretty much the trigger. You can absolutely just use cardboard to cover this part up, but I think I'll just use a filler, a putty, to cover these things up, because I think that would be a bit more easier than like customizing parts to like glue here. But yeah, you can absolutely just use cardboard right here to cover all of these up nicely. And yeah, that's about it for now. Next up, I'll be gluing this onto here, adding some details here, I think. We'll see. So I guess I'll see you after all of that. Alright, I've done some parts. Mainly the main change is this. So I'll still have to sand this down, but that's all filled up. And we have these parts right here for that. The details all around the rifle part. Right here as well. Those details are present in the template in the description. All I need to do now is pretty much glue them down onto this part. So yeah, I'll be back after that. Alright, I've added several of the details, filled this part up with putty. It's all sanded down as well. Here the details have been well placed. I've put an extra line here just for more detail. I don't know if I'm gonna go through with the circle parts right here. We'll see about that later on, but the top detail is also finished. I've also added a piece of glue stick for, well, the way to cock it back, because I haven't seen, or oh well, I guess there is a part that would cock it back. And the reference image, this is my own take. I wanted it to be separate here, and the part here that contains the ammunition and, well, I guess, wait, no, the rod's around here on this part, the launching rod. And just, well, it's hard to explain, but this detail right here is also done by just a piece of straight cardboard or illustration boards glued together with these. These will also be serving as platforms for the glue to stay on, as well as this line right here. The reason why these parts are flat is because I have a guideline to place them, like so. Just right exactly here. And then I traced where that detail would be placed, and I'll be gluing this part right here and right here too. So yeah, also before I put the other missing details, I'll right here, since this does overlap here, and there's a part here too that overlaps the grip part. I'll be putting the grip first, and the rod detail right here. There's something that protrudes out right here as well, and then yeah, I don't think that's, if you want accuracy, that's kind of necessary, but if you just want the quick way, I didn't put, well, I guess I could just put that in the template. So yeah, you can just leave that part out. I'm gonna leave that in, just, well, for reasons, for accuracy reasons, but that's not a detail that people would see that often. So yeah, I'll be gluing this part first, and then the grip, and then the extra details, and then after that I might finish it off with paint. Oh, there are actually details that mount it here too. Yeah, I'll be putting that there as well, but as for now, it's almost done. Oh, even the magazine part, I'll make that a bit later on, maybe separate, after I finish the details of everything, before I paint everything. Okay, I'll be back after I do all of those again. See ya. Alright, so I have done several things. I wrapped this part up with just gray foam so I don't need to paint it and it won't wear down the paint. There's also the mechanism where it launches the sword out right here. There's the template on what's inside here, so don't worry about it. It's basically just piles and piles of well, illustration board to make the shape, and also just added a bit more detail on top to make it look better. And yeah, that's part here. The additional details have also been added right here. I'll be putting some bolts soon, or maybe just paint like a dot of silver right there, since, well, those are just bolts. I'll be adding some details here soon, but not right now. I don't have the right material for the hook part right here, and I'm not sure what detail I want here to be. It's this, if it's not obvious enough, this isn't a one-to-one replica for Jetstream Sam's sword, so I'm taking some design liberties for myself just to make it more convenient for me, and well, in my opinion, how I want it to look. Also, there's the strip detail right here as well, and the magazine is also almost done. What I did here was just place the two flat pieces first inside here, and then fit these strips of cardboard. I just took a long piece of cardboard and then cut it down until it fit inside here. Like, for example, taking this and then fitting right here, measuring where that, well, roughly measuring, and then just cutting it down until it fits, since, yeah, until it forms into this. Now, next up is I will just adding this here, the covers right here, and then the detail right here. After that, I don't think there's much more to add. I'll be painting this whole section soon. Alright, I'll be back once I added a detail, and see you guys in a bit. Alright, the final detailing has been finished. Also, I fixed my ring light. It's right here. It's not functioning. Final details have been finished. The circle right here, I might add something there in the future, but for now that's enough. The detail right here, which I think is a mechanism to open up the thing. I'm not too sure, but I just scored some foam right here by cutting it and, well, burning it up a little bit, and also just removing a layer on here. So that's the detail right there. Right here are like nuts all bolt details, which is done by using one of these hole punchers on illustration boards and getting those circle bits out and gluing them on to here. So yeah, also I covered this part up. It's all now nicely covered. There's grip detail right here as well. There's bolts right here. I think that's... oh, also this is the final plan for the rest of the sheath. Just wrapping it up with this. Now I'll remove this again. I just want to show you how it looks like right now. This is the final parts. After this, I'll just have to paint it silver on some parts, and that's about it. Hence why the masking tape is right here, since I don't want to paint this part. Alright, I'll be back once it's painted. After that, I think I'll be having it detailed a bit more by like dry brushing black around it so it looks like it's been used. That, and maybe put some markings here and there. Alright, I'll be back once it's painted. Alright, it's all finished. All painted up, but it looks really plain on this part. It looks okay on camera. It looks okay up close, but afar it just looks really plain. It's a gun, so it makes sense to just have like this monotone of a color, but well, there's a reason why I have decals, I have paints right here. This actually needs some weathering to make it, well, look a bit more three-dimensional. So let's go ahead and do that. It's all painted up anyways. Oh, and I don't think I'm able to do a time-lapse this video. I'm very sorry, my storage is really running low, and that's a pain. So I'm truly sorry. I'll just have to skip towards the end and the final product, but the technique will be the same. I'll be doing some dry brushing using black all around here, making sure the edges are highlighted. I'll be doing some markings as well. If you don't have markings, that's okay. Dry brushing would make it look a lot better even without the markings, but I'll be using some markings from, well, my decals left over from my model kits. That's completely optional. So yeah, I'll go ahead and do that. I'm sorry if this video has not have the right amount of quality as the others. I'm kind of rushing this and I don't have enough space for my thing. Equipment's breaking down, but I'm trying to push through. Please understand, and well, thank you for the support. Okay, I'll be right back and show you the final product. See ya. Alright, so it's all pretty much done. Wait, lighting's a bit harsh. There you go. It's pretty much all done. As you can see, it's not 100% accurate to like source material, but hey, I did say that I'd make my own version, so I just did a few liberties, but it's generally the same looking Murasama sheath as the original. You can see there's all weathering right here. I've used this a bit, so it's a bit torn on some parts, but that adds to the effect, in my opinion. It's all weathered with just all black water-based acrylic, wiped out with like warm water. After that, putting the decals right there, right here. Right here also put like an electrical tape wrap right around here just for the added detail, and just wrapped around this whole section right here because I like that look. And yeah, that's pretty much it. That's the finished Murasama, the final part, and it came out pretty good. Actually came out really better than I initially thought. And well, to like answer the questions, if you have the question of why did I take like pretty much a 5-month break to like finish this since the last video. I had quite a busy time with college and the internship. We had an internship that happened, training, if you say. We had a training for our course, which had us quite busy at the time. It required like 100% of our attention. By the time that we get home, we just straight up sleep and then work the next day. So that was fun. And then after that, there was also like more college work, more work, especially since the finals for the year is close by. We needed like more time to review and stuff, so it took time. It took so much time. And if you guys are still here, thanks for being patient and thank you for staying with me, even though my content is really inconsistent as of right now, and maybe a bit in the future. I'm trying my best to make more. There are a couple more projects that I need to show and make. There's a 30-minute mission custom build that I have right here. That's pretty much finished as well, so I'll be making a showcase in that in the near future. But for now, thank you for staying with me, and thank God this thing's already finished, and I love it. It's been a while since I've wanted to make this for such the longest time. Actually, this was my first blade that I did as for my cosplay way back then, and I'm just glad that I got it remade with my current skill set, and it turned out more than exceptional for me. Alright, so that's pretty much all of it. If you have any questions, leave it in the comment section. I'm planning to make a PDF file for the template right here, so don't worry about that. I'll be putting it in the description as soon as I finish it. And yeah, thanks for watching, and thanks for staying. See you in the next video.